On the ranges, been caught on you strangers, clearing all present danger. Give me your podium.
What's going on, people? Myke C-Town here. Welcome to another episode of The Vinyl Shit. This is part 2 of my New York edition. If you did not watch part 1, make sure you go back and do that. I'll try to remember to put a link in the description section down there. But let's jump into some records, because I got some cool shit to show y'all. First record I'm going to show you, this is Changes, A Ripple in Time. Changes was a great American folk band from the late 60s. They were one of the first bands to kind of start that apocalyptic folk sound, that really dark folk music that bands like, of course, Current 93 and Backworld and Fire and Ice and Allerseeland, all those bands kind of adopted later on. But this is a beautiful record. I don't know what this is limited to, but I know you can still find it, but this is awesome. Front cover, back cover, inside cover with some lyrics and notes, and I was lucky enough to get a blue variant of this album. If you like neo-folk, if you like apocalyptic folk, you need to listen to this band. They were one of the innovators. Bands like Pearls Before Swine, Comus, of course, but this record is awesome. The next record I'm going to show you, this is Cocteau Twins' Tiny Dynamine. What's funny is, before I actually owned a copy of this, I had this digitally, and I've been calling it Tiny Dynamite for the last, 12 years. But this is an awesome record. It's pretty hard to find. My copy is not in the best of condition, but that's okay. But this is an EP that came out back in 1988. It's got a companion EP called Echoes in Shallow Bay, which is just as awesome, but they came out like 2 weeks apart or something like that. This is classic Cocteau Twins, shoegazy goodness. Nothing really to say about this. If you like Cocteau Twins, you'll definitely like this record, but here's the front cover, and here's the back cover. No insert, and of course the vinyl is on black, so I won't bother to show you that. Next one I'm going to show you, this is Gnaw Their Tongues. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. I'll put the text down there. You can read it, whatever you want to do. But this is their full length from 2010, and this is the only Gnaw Their Tongues record I have right now. I need to pick up some more. I'm not sure if this is one of their more popular releases or not, but I think this record is absolutely brilliant. It's like a noise band covering classical music, or like a classical conductor orchestrating a noise band. It's fucking amazing in my opinion. But yeah, here's the front cover. Here's the back cover. It's a gatefold, so here's the inside. Hopefully you guys can see all of that, because I love this inside picture. Really cool. Looks like one of my ex-bitches. Skeletor looking ass bitch. Yeah, vinyl's on black, so no need to show you that. Why are you walking so fast?
It's time.
It's time for what?
I'm morning duty.
Okay, so all of those other records are ones that I got at Heaven Street Records. These are the ones that I got at Other Music. So the first one, this is Nurse with Wound, Chromanatron. I had not heard this record until I found it at that store. And this is a really scary record. Some really interesting sound collage, which is what Nurse with Wound kind of does, but it also has some weird, almost rock and roll-y type of stuff. Not traditional like Rolling Stones or anything like that, but it has some guitars and some almost traditional sound structures a little bit. But this is a really interesting record, man. I just think that Steven Stapleton is an absolute brilliant madman, but this record's gorgeous too. Here's the front cover, and here's the back cover. I forgot to mention this also has Andrew Lyles on it, so it's not just Steven Stapleton, but this is limited to 500 copies, and I have number 121. And I have this nice red vinyl. You can't really see it in the camera, but it's like a, I don't even know what to call that, like a kind of fadey type of red. It's really pretty looking. Next record I'm going to show you, this is another Nurse with Wound record. This is Echo Poem Sequence number 2. And I actually already had this, but I had it on CD. And I try not to buy stuff on record just because if I already have it on CD. But this is limited to 500 copies, which was already kind of tempting. But if you can see that, I have number 500 of 500. So that was kind of why I bought it. It's a stupid reason, but it's just a weird collector thing. But this is their 2005 record, really spooky stuff. God, if you listen to this record while staring at the cover art, it's absolutely terrifying, but amazing at the same time. I don't feel like taking it out of this thing, but you can see that it's on white vinyl. But yeah, Nurse with Wound, really cool sound collage-y. I have a hard time calling them noise, but I guess some of the stuff Steven Stapleton does is noise. But yeah, sound collage-y, field recordings, just weird, just mix of like ambient noise stuff. It's really, really cool stuff.
Oh, you liked it? Is this a video or a photo?
Video, sucker.
No, it's a video. This is gonna seem weird.
Next record I'm going to show you, this is Psychic TV, Snakes. This is their 2014 album, and I actually kind of lost track of what Genesis was doing for, I don't know, a few years, because some of their later material was really hit or miss for me. Some of it was really cool and experimental, but some of it was just like bad techno or breakbeat to me, and it was a bit too candy raver for my taste. That stuff doesn't interest me. Like, I felt like I needed a pair of fucking Jinkos and a jersey with a big teddy bear on it and a pacifier, some fucking glow sticks. You know what I'm saying? Not my thing. But apparently the theme of this album is voodoo, and it was written by Genesis while he was in Benin, which is a place, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that properly. My African people help me out here, but it's a place in West Africa that has a history of voodoo, from what I understand. But this is a really interesting record. Sounds a lot like David Bowie, which is really interesting for Psychic TV. It's not so much beat oriented, it's more of a band, which is really interesting. It's like if David Bowie met Nick Cave. That's what this record reminds me of. But I think it's actually really, really fucking good. So yeah, here's the front cover. Here's the back cover. And mine comes on this really cool gray and green and red marbly vinyl here. And I really like the stickers. I don't feel like taking the record out, but if you can see that, hopefully you can see that. If you can't, I'm sorry. Buy the record and look at it your damn self. But yeah, if you like Genesis Pure Ridge's work, or fuck man, if you don't like Genesis Pure Ridge's work, if you like Nick Cave or some of David Bowie's stuff, and you want it to be a little bit weirder than what you might get with those guys, then yeah, check this out, because this is actually a really fantastic record. I'm more of a fan of Psychic TV's more experimental, almost noisy and creepy shit, but that record, really cool. And the last record I'm going to show you in this edition of the Vinyl Shit, New York edition. This is Wolf Eyes, Always Wrong. I feel like you can never go wrong with a Wolf Eyes album. Oh my god, never. That was not a purposeful pun. But this is a testament to never going wrong. This is absolutely fantastic. Reminds me, of course, of White House. It's harsh noise with absolutely insane vocals. Actually, it's not really all that harsh. It's more sound collage-y than it is harsh. But yeah, it's still really, really good. And I love almost everything I've heard from Wolf Eyes. These guys create some great power electronics at times, harsh noise at times, ambient noise at times, sound collage-y stuff at times. But this record is really, really cool. Yeah, here's the front cover. Here's the back cover. It comes on this printed inner sleeve with some lyrics, and I really like this picture on the back here. Of course, I have not had time to take it out of the printed inner sleeve, but there's no splits in it, which is awesome. And the record's on black, so I won't bother showing you that. So yeah, so that's it for this edition of the Vinyl Shit. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Stay tuned for my channel. I've got some really interesting videos coming up after this one. Shout out to Heaven Street Records. Really, really cool people and an amazing, amazing record store. Shout out Other Music, great record store as well. I can't really speak to the other ones. Generation is cool, but like I said before, I had most of the stuff that was cool, that was already there. But yeah, I had fun on my New York trip. Got some great records. That's it! You know how we do in these motherfucking streets. Thank you for living, thank you for loving, thank you for being you. And I will see you guys next time. Alright? Peace, bitches!